Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. AFC, NFC Championship upsets to bet. Let's go with the first one. Give me the Bengals +1. Firstly, we have to talk about this line movement. I've made a post on Instagram, but let me just reiterate what I said. I can't believe Joe Public, Sharp, Sportsbooks, whoever you want to throw into this bin, really believed Pat Mahomes practiced full. He was a full participant Wednesday. I just don't think that happened. And I'm not a medical doctor, but I've been watching this league since I was 5 or 6 years old. I know what a high ankle sprain is. I know what that does to the body. I've actually had it 2 times in my life. Not comparing myself to Pat Mahomes, but Matt Jones had a similar injury earlier this year. So for the 3-point swing and line movement, I was absolutely flabbergasted. And that was one thing that I was left trying to figure out. Are you believing NFL head coaches? Are you believing injury reports? Looked at the injury report today. Pat Mahomes wasn't even on it. Listen, I know Mahomes is going to play. I never doubted the man with scruffy hair was going to go out and play. We know he's a warrior. We know he has a good pass blocking offensive line. But at the end of the day, he's going to need a little bit of mobility. He struggled with the Bengals when he was healthy. Bengals are getting a pass rush. I just don't see this ending well for the Chiefs. And I'm surprised Joe Public is getting reeled in so easy. I'm never surprised with the public opinion, but this one blew me back just a wee bit. And when I look at this game, you look at Joe Burrow, you look at his weapons. Even with a healthy Mahomes, can't we give the Bengals an advantage in weapons? Like, who would you rather throw to? Juju Smith-Schuster or Jamar Chase? We know Travis Kelce is an absolute magician in the middle of the field, but the Bengals defense is a really, really well-coached unit. Let's be real about it. And they're not the Jaguars. They're not going to let Kelce get 14 or 15 easy catches. They're going to scheme for it. Bengals get good safety play. And outside of Travis Kelce, I'm not seeing enough dogs to change this game. And I know there's been a lot of talk about this Chiefs running game getting better. I don't know, man. Like, it's a pass-blocking offensive line. They didn't build this offensive line to pound people and impose their will. They're built to protect Pat Mahomes, and I'm sure that will help in some elements with his limited mobility in this game, but I'm just not seeing the run game that everyone is thinking. Like, I like Isaiah Pacheco, but are they going to be able to get a push on Reed? Or Hendrickson's extremely good against the run. The Bengals got a lot of good fundamental, strong players in that front seven. I just can't see them getting pushed back. And I come back to my last argument. Joe Burrow will make more plays this game. He's got more weapons. The momentum's on his side. The rhythm's on his side. And one thing we've seen with this Chiefs team, I've always been a Big Red Andy Reid guy, and we got to tip the fedora to Big Red Andy Reid confusing everyone about this Mahomes injury. But one thing about Andy Reid, his teams have 2 great quarters, 2 bad quarters. No matter what year, no matter what team, no matter what players. To beat the Bengals, you have to play a full 4 quarters, and you can't let up on them. I just can't see the Chiefs putting that together. And then when you add on the Pat Mahomes injury, and I know the Bengals have beaten the Chiefs 3-4 times in a row, it's really tough to keep beating a team over and over. But sometimes we just have to look at the dogs on the field, and I think Cincy has more. Give me Cincy to win in the cover in an upset. Surprised it got to that point. Not scared. We got the 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles. Call. 49ers are +2.5. I'm not budging. I picked the 49ers to get to the Super Bowl before the playoffs started, and I'm not budging. I am worried about Brock Purdy this game. It's a reason why it wasn't a money pick. Yes, we know the 49ers won us a lot of money last week with the Cowboys. I understand that. But there are things I am worried about this game. But if you put everything on the line, the chips in the middle of the table, I'm going 49ers in this game. And I don't know why people are not responding to my only criticism of the Philadelphia Eagles. My only criticism of them is the front seven and their ability to stop the run. Like, I know Jordan Davis is getting healthy. I know they were able to add some veterans mid-season, but I just don't think they're going to be able to stop this 49ers run game. And there's not, and like, listen, the Eagles can get up 10-0, and that'll be dangerous for the 49ers. But one thing we know about a Shanahan coach football team, they're not going to get away from the run game. They're going to run it 58 to 64% of the time, which is the exact ingredient, the exact spice you need to beat this Eagles team. This Eagles offense is phenomenal. We know this Eagles offense is phenomenal. Our boy Hurts, we called it since he was a rookie. I think Hurts has a pretty good game, but I do question this Eagles offense. I do question, are they going to throw it vertically? Is Sirianni going to clutch up in this big situation? Like, I got it. One reason why I'm a little bit nervous about this game for the 49ers is I saw Shanahan clench up a little bit against the Cowboys. I did see that. But I wonder how aggressive the Eagles will be on offense. I think the Eagles need to run it, of course. They need to run Hurts on the read option. We already know those things, but I don't want them to lose their gusto. I don't want them to lose their aggressiveness. They need to throw it deep. A.J. Brown needs to be involved. Goddard needs to be involved in the post pattern against the zone. That's what they need to do. The way to attack this 49ers defense is their secondary. But I'm not sold the Eagles are going to do it. I'm not sold they're going to give Hurts the key to the Lamborghini. I just think they're going to stuff it up the middle, and that kind of plays into the 49ers style. Who has a better front seven in this league than the 49ers? The Bosa brother, Armstead, two damn good linebackers. Warner's a damn near pre-Hall of Famer at this point. I think the 49ers stuffed this run, and I think the 49ers psychologically are in a better position than the Eagles. I know everyone's getting excited, and you know it's hard not to get excited after watching the Eagles wallop the New York Giants last week. But this isn't the New York Giants coming in to Philly. This isn't the New York Giants. This is a team with a good offensive line, a good defensive line. The only thing the Giants have is a coach. They don't got the dogs on the field. One thing we know about the 49ers is they have the dogs, and they also have the offensive playmakers. So I am worried about Purdy this game. That's why it's not a money pick. Everyone's comments on Tuesday, it had relevance, and it made sense. But I think the 49ers win this game in an ugly fashion. I think they run the ball a lot. I think the Eagles offense spends a lot of time on the sideline. This is going to be a great game. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. Bengals in an upset. How did we get here? It got here somehow.